you so much.
Yes, sir.
And we are live on Underground Wicked Radio with Wicked Wayz. We've got Chaos from 1031. I'm going to let Chaos take the first question. Go for it.
So, Devilboy, from Rhyme Dot to Sinister Music, man, how'd you come up with the Sinister Minded? What made you change?
You know, man, we always repping Rhyme Dot, but I figure, you know, with everything that went down and shit, man, it's time to start something fresh. You know, we added a couple new artists to the team, man. Dismay coming out of KC, and the homie Alan Phoenix, a.k.a. Fame, coming out of Wichita, Kansas. Both them cats, man, they in the joint right now. Dismay gets out next month. It'll be 3 days after his release date, man. He's got a show with Twisted Insane over here in Kansas City. And then the following month, October 6th, he's opening up for Brother Lynch. Like I said, September 9th, 3 days after his out date, him and Twisted Insane finna wreck shop. So we still moving, man. You know, it's been 5 years. But they ain't ever gonna hold me down. You know what I mean? We always gonna stay on the grind. We always linking up with new, fresh talent. I mean, these dudes, man, it's raw talent. So I don't think the game's ready for what's finna hit them, man.
I can't wait to hear it.
Just come up. You know, we sitting back, man. You know, if you follow Wicked Wayz, then you know when I dropped my first CD under Wicked Wayz, it was Sinister Thoughts, Book 1, Chapter 1. So I mean, the Sinister's always been with us. You know what I'm saying? It's always been a part of me, just like Wicked. You know, before I started Wicked Wayz, it was Rolling Wicked Productions. Then we come up with Wicked Wayz. So, like I said, Sinister, you know, it's always been with me, man. And you know, the music we making, it just fits, bro. It's a moment, you know, sinistermindedmusic.com.
Now, this is a question from Easy606. He wanted me to shout you out. He can't make it because he's opening up for Blaze today on the drive-by tour.
That's what's up.
He wants to know your take on the whole crap going on with B-Scan.
You know, man, I got my new management team. They taking over all my shit online, all my pages. They running the website. You know, we ain't messing with Heyman Marketing, Christian. I mean, that dude, you know, he held us down. He still promotes on the side by himself. But as far as my representatives, you know, I got my new management team, a guy that I've been doing business with for probably 8 years now. He sit back. He just got tired of all the bullshit, man. Everybody slandering my name. It's easy to talk about somebody when you know they can't defend themselves.
Right.
But see, the thing is just because I'm in the joint don't mean that I'm not hip to everything that's going on out there. You know what I mean? So with the whole B-Scan, Headshot Luis, whatever he's going by, I mean, dude's a copycat, bro. Straight up copycat. I mean, that's all I can say is you know, for one, in this game, in the rap game, let alone the horrorcore game, juggalo scene, I mean, whatever you want to label your music as. But the rap game in general, man, you got to be a real motherfucker, though. Like, can't be this dude in the streets and portray a character. I mean, you can, but it's not going to get you far, bro. Like, people want that real shit. They want to hear what you're rapping about. They want to know that you're going through it because they want to relate. You know what I'm saying? So if you're portraying to be some gangster, but yeah, you're cheering for the police, being a cheerleader for the police, or you know, what have it, you ain't gonna get far, man. And when you stealing another man's style, another man's image, creation, whatever you want to call it, I mean, real motherfuckers in the game see that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm connected with anybody that's doing something in the scene, bro. Knows the Wicked Wayz. Have either done shows with Wicked Wayz, tracks with Wicked Wayz. I mean, I can name drop all day, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my resume's out there, man. Check my resume. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows that dude's rocking my shit. And my manager's telling me that he did an interview a few days ago and admitted to stealing my shit.
That's crazy.
You know, he's trying to say that I stole his music, which is bullshit because when you're signed to a record label, when he was signed to Rhyme Dot, any music you do under that record label is owned by that record label. You know what I mean? This is common sense. This is 2 + 2 = 4 type shit. So either way, you know, when I feature somebody on a track and I put them on the hook and bless them and give them a verse, and we do the track together, and I go out on tour or they go out on tour and they perform their verse that they know and they play the hook, I mean, motherfuckers, you know, you 9 times out of 10, you ain't perform the whole track because, I mean, the real entertainer's going to get as many songs as we can and to entertain the fans. So if you performing your verse and letting the hook play once or twice, no matter who's on the hook, and you're hyping that hook as if that person was there, and that's not stealing music, dog. That's like, that's doing your music. You see what I'm saying? So for him to say I was stealing his music out on the road and I wasn't shouting him out, well, you know, I was live streaming a few shows and you could blatantly see me as an artist and a record label owner. I shout my artist out. Right? That's my job. That's my priority and that's what I do. So when I'm shouting him out, then I'm performing collabs that we did together on stage. I'm showing dude love. Like I'm showing my artist love. You know what I mean? I told him I tried to get him to come with me, but he said he was broke. He couldn't make it. You know what I mean? I told him he could ride with me. It is what it is. You know, for whatever reason, he didn't make it. He didn't want to go. So I performed my verse on my track that's owned by my record label. So any real artist, I mean, that's not stealing nobody's music. So when he does his little interview a few days ago, he's talking about he stole my music, so I'm still, you know, I'm stealing his idea. I'm stealing his, you know, pretty much admits to trying to beat me. Then you just admitted yourself, bro, that you want some fake ass shit. And in the rap game, that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I mean? Everything I rapped about, I'm living, or I live. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't portray to be somebody else. I'm just telling you what I'm going through. You know what I mean? If you take it with a grain of salt, it is what it is, man. But you know that just, you know, I'm not out to defend myself. I'm not out there in the streets to defend myself. So if somebody says something online or post a diss track or a video writing my name on fake bombs and or whatever, bro, like that shit don't mean nothing to me because you want some fake shit. I'm living a life with a real motherfucker. So man, don't you know, stay in your lane, man. Stay out my lane. Stay in your own lane. I'm creating paths that's going to be major highways. You're following in my footsteps, man. Like, it is what it is, bro.
So I got a question for you. I just watched a video on YouTube of you tasing 1031. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, man, they're my guys, man. That's actually, if I could recall, man, that's the first night that we actually met each other. That was in Detroit, I'm pretty sure. It might have been a hard post in Detroit. But yeah, man, you know, that's how we get down. I was in Cleveland?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah, man, that was a hell of a night. You know what I'm saying? We was down there in the VIP room kicking it with Boondocks, cousin Cletus, 1031, man. We all wrecked shop, you know what I'm saying? So we just celebrating. Taser got pulled out. You know, so we got to taser motherfuckers. That's just how we roll, man.
I heard Boondocks set your headband on fire.
Yeah, he got jokes, man. He's a funny guy. But yeah, he tried to set my motherfucking bandana on fire while he was in my pocket playing around, and yeah, I about taped the shit out of his ass too, man, just playing around. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. Much love the Boondocks, man. I know he out there fucking with Twist and them, just some real motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You know, again, that's you know, that beef don't concern me. I'm glad to see that he's still out there doing shit, wrecking shop.
Well, I guess that takes your question, DJ Rain. Did you hear him?
What?
He said that beef don't concern him, so I guess you just got
okay,
your
so
answer
that's
for
out.
the question. Go ahead and take another question, Rain.
All right. What's your inspiration for your music and why?
You know, I'm old school with it. You know what I'm saying? I like real talk. I like that 90s, early 2000s music. So I'm, you know, Rich, the old No Limit, Young Bleed. You know, of course, I fought with the Clowns when they first started. That old school shit. You know what I mean? I consider my shit like an alternative sick hop. You know what I mean? Because we be using a lot of guitars. You know, we do that. I don't want to say hip hop, but it's got that shit that makes you want to bounce and just, you know, get fucked up. And then I be on that sick shit, man. I mean, hence the name Wicked Wayz. So, you know, I just try to keep it original. You know what I mean? I just do me. Like, I don't focus on what everybody else is doing. I just, you know, I get in the booth or grab my pen and pad and, you know, I just do me. I just, whatever I'm thinking, I put it on paper. Because, again, like I said, man, I rap about that shit I live about. Like, there's no fake character. Like, I'm not this guy and then I'm this guy. Like, I'm me. Wicked Wayz, like Devilboy. So I just try to keep it original and just, you know, like I said, I fuck with Lynch and them. Lynch, you know, big inspiration to me. Just the old tech. I mean, I like all tech shit. You know what I'm saying? We keeping up to date on it.
What about Dilemma?
That old Dilemma, that's my guy, bro. I'm good. I'm glad to see that he linked up with Lynch and made sick, and he's out there making moves. You know.
I interviewed him about that, actually. Dilemma.
Yeah, man, I used to, you know, Ron Dot Entertainment, man. We used to put Dilemma on everything we could put him on. Matter of fact, I was with him 3 days before I got locked up. We was out in Wichita. It was me, Dilemma, and Haystack. Nice. You know, he had just moved out there, so I called him up and was like, hey, man, we're going to be out there. Why don't you come join me? And we kicked it all. That was 3 days, you know, before I got locked up. I got locked up 3-4 days before I was co-headlining with Brother Lynch down there in Kansas City. And then the following Friday, after I got locked up, I was co-headlining with Tech 9 out in Hutch at the sports arena. Yeah. And we were supposed to be talking big business. And, you know, that's what it all boiled down to is, you know, I was out there making moves, man. I was just doing me. You know, I wasn't focused on who was dissing me and who was trying to beef with me, because that wasn't the issue with me. That's not, I don't do diss tracks. Like, I'm not with all that shit. If you got a problem with me, call me up, email me, talk to me, and we can handle it like some grown-ass men. But as far as getting on Facebook and the internet and just bumping guns, like, that shit is played out. That shit makes no sense, and it ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
So, as far as Dilemma, I mean, you know, when I first got locked up, he had caught his little case, got out, you know, linked up with Lynch. And I'm just, you know, I'm glad to see that he's out there moving, man. That's my guy. I support Dilemma 100% with anything he touches. You know, that dude's raw talent. That dude is a spitter. Like, he's underrated because he's doper than majority of these cats out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I vouch for him. I co-sign for Dilemma any chance I get. Like, that's my guy.
So, Chaos, take another question.
All right, man. So, Wicked Wayz, you know, everybody knows Wicked Wayz. You've been all over the United States, man. You know, you've toured in so many cities and so many states, man. I can attest 100%, you know what I'm saying, that you're 100% behind local, man. For those of you guys who don't know, Devilboy actually is the first ones who picked up and signed 1031 when we first started off, man. We had been in the game for less than a year when we jumped on that Low Down and Dirty tour with Boondocks and Wicked Wayz and Cousin Cletus. So you guys gave us a chance, you know what I'm saying, when everybody else kind of wrote us off, you know. So for that, we're forever grateful, man. You guys, you know, really gave us our start, you know, and helped us put a name out there. But throughout all these cities, all these states, man, you know, we know you fuck with locals. So who are some of the best local and upcoming artists, you know what I'm saying, that you fuck with, you know what I'm saying, that you'll support 100%?
Man, you know, I'm in contact with a lot of cats. Like I said, I'm watching everything. My people's keeping me informed. You know, in the joint, we got these music players, so I got access to the new music. But as far as Kansas City, man, you know, a few of these cats, man, you know, everybody seems like everybody's, you know, couple of real motherfuckers moving out of KC. You know, they branching off. So, I fuck with Lil Burn, man. He's out in Colorado now. Again, way underrated. Dude is raw talent. Like I was saying before, my artist Djsnickerz. I actually met him. I met him in the joint probably about 5 months ago. But what's crazy is we was running with the same circle. It was like once I got locked up, he had jumped in and was running with the same circle I was running with in Kansas City and doing shows. And, so we got to talking about, who knew who and who did this. And, he knew about me before I got locked up. Him and his partners, they was fans. So we just clicked up and, I caught him a little prison sentence, a little 2-year sentence or something. But, he gets out in a month. But dude's one of the hottest things in Kansas City, real talk. He's going to get out and he's going to surprise the scene, for what we got in store and what we've been working on. Like, Kansas City, the surrounding areas, and the nation really ain't like, they're not ready for what's fitting to hit them. And because, it's been 5 years, been out, but I'm not down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still here. We're still making moves. I met some of the rawest talent I've ever heard in prison, man. Like, artists, cats that draw, like artists all around. Dollar usually goes hand in hand with rapping or music. And I met some of the realest, rawest motherfuckers I've ever seen in the joint. You know what I mean? Just so happens to be the life dealt them a shitty hand and they got to go pay their dues and handle what they got to handle. But see, the problem is motherfuckers think because you're out of mind that and for some cases, it's the case that they don't have an out date. But majority of motherfuckers got an out date. You know what I mean? So you could only do what you do and say what you say for so long before you got to pay the piper, before you got to face the facts. You know what I mean? Because, like in my situation, people going to say what they say. They going to speak on shit they know nothing about. But in the end, I got an out date. And I'll be back. And I'm going to be back doing what I do on the road, touring, linking up with the fans, supporting my family. You know what I mean? So this May, like I was speaking, he gets out in about 33 days or so, September 6th. And he ain't even going to be out a week. And he's back on stage with Twisted Insane. And then the following month, he's opening up for Lynch. And, we're just going to see where it goes, man. And then the other little homie, Fame, Alan Phoenix, again, man, hungry. Like, dude is hungry. Dude is starving. And he's just raw talent, lyricists. Like, the lyrics these cats are bringing, motherfuckers ain't seen for a while. You know what I mean? It's just, when you're in the joint, you got nothing but time on your hands. So what do? If you stay motivated and productive, you work on your music. You know what I mean? If you're in the streets, you got the family life, you working, doing all that. So, you can only do music at certain times or whenever you can get to it. But when you're in the joint, that's all you got. You know what I mean? That's what you're hanging on to.
So Devilboy, we got a caller on the line that's got a question for you. Go ahead, caller on the line.
No, we ain't got no question. We just want to say that if it wasn't for D back in the motherfucking day, KC wouldn't have had the goddamn names they had. If it wasn't for D, I wouldn't have opened up for about 50 or more different motherfuckers on a national level.
That's what's up, bro. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, I'll give you one guess, D. You already know who it be. It's that motherfucking Dementor one.
Say it again, bro. You cut out.
I said, you know who it be. It's that motherfucking demented one.
All right. Man, you already know. We fuck with Remy.
Oh, yeah.
And like he said, man, we was out there, trying to say that I was selfish and I was doing this and I was robbing people and I wasn't paying who needs to be paid.
I was around for all that shit, dude. Like, real talk. Fuck all that bullshit. I was around for all that. That's what I was telling old boy the other day, Snickers. I said, dude, I was around for all that Wicked Ways shit back then. I did over 200 fucking shows in Kansas City because of Wicked Ways. Okay, opened up for Busy Bone because of Wicked Ways. Haystack. We have some ABK. We got Afro Man. and the fucking list just goes and goes for all the motherfuckers that you brought to KC.
Yeah, that's love, bro. And I always took care of my artists. You know, we never did that pay-to-play shit. I always, you know, I let them get their money off their tickets, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't about the money for me, man. It was about motherfuckers not being told no. You know what I mean? Because when I started out, it was pretty, you know, fresh to the scene. Nobody knew us, so it was always no. So that's why I started Rhyme Dot Entertainment, so I could be the one telling artists, yes, we're going to put you on. I got you. I'm going to show you love. And that's what it was all about, man. I brought unity to Kansas City, and everything I'm hearing, man, since I've been down there, the city's, you know, divided and promoters.
I went to an ABK show 2 weeks ago, right? Djranyne was the only one that sold tickets, and there was less than 30 heads in the motherfucker, man, for an ABK show. There was less than 30 heads, and there was supposed to be like 6 local acts. Just Djranyne and Freddie Grimes was the only local acts.
Damn.
Yeah,
it was horrible. It was horrible.
You know, I see old Freddie got signed with Native World. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Freddie Grimes.
Shout out to Earl.
It's bad. You know, it's from what I'm hearing, man, it's all bad out there, and the unity is no longer. It's just, I mean, it's crazy, man.
There ain't none. There ain't none no more. Swear to God.
I'm with because you.
You already know, because Remy always got his finger dipped in something, bruh. You already know.
Yes, sir.
And it's just horrible out here. Horrible.
Yeah, man. We working on it. You know, we working on it. I got, you know, like I said, I got my artists getting out. We're gonna tap into things, man.
One thing I do want to speak on. I know y'all already spoke on it. Didn't mean to cut you off, D. But that whole BCN shit, man. Fuck that ignorant shit. Because real shit, if it wasn't for him trying to be Mr. Headshot Louie, he wouldn't have had that midnight slot. And from what I hear, I guess there's talks of him being, dude, I swear to God, if they sign that motherfucker, all hell's gonna break loose. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, man, you know, I've been hearing about it, and I heard he didn't have no crowd. I mean, if you get a midnight slot at the gas where you're able to utilize the paint, whether you're stealing it from me or not, like that's a prime time spot. So when you can't pull a crowd, and I know the gathering was short this year. It was wasn't that many people there because of the last all made on where it was going to be and whatnot. But either way, man, like when you only got 10, 15, 20 people out there in the crowd at midnight, like you doing something. Now, you know, I've been getting a lot of word from the homies. You know, they ain't respecting you. You know, that's all there is to it. And you know, I'm trying to get in contact with Jay and them because I've been here myself.
You ain't the only one that he's been stealing from, because not only did he take the face paint, but there was something else going around there in St. Louis that he took, and it was that shoot your local heroin dealer shit. He didn't start that. It was some news group in St. Louis that started that. Yeah,
man, he's gonna do anything to try to better himself and advance in his career, whether that's fighting out the next guy, just straight stealing the next guy's image. And that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know, it's only gonna get you so far, because that fake shit don't last long in the rap game, let alone the juggalo scene. You know, I used to, you know, right after the split, I tried to put, you know, it was like 2 weeks later, I was going for Corner Gathering, and that was my first solo set. I called him up and said, hey, man, I'm going to give you 15 minutes of my set at the Gathering. We're swinging through St. Louis. I'll pick you up. You know, you're my artist, man. I'm going to show you love. And excuses, you know, I can't make it. I'm broke. I said, bro, I'm picking you up. Like, I got you, bro. You know, you're my artist. I'm going to take care of you. And he gave me some lame-ass excuse. You know, I even told him, like, look, bro, this is a Saturday performance. We performed a Friday night. We was in Kentucky with 606. I think Buckshot, I think maybe Jelly Roll would have been there stacked and actually rolling. So, I mean, it wasn't just a gathering. It was a nice little weekend. And I tried to put him on, and he gave me some excuse on how he was broke and he couldn't make it, you know, and the whole, like, let's rewind this a little bit. Everything stems off, bro. Like, him and Chad only kicked it like 2 or 3 times. Like, Chad used to tell me he didn't even like to do some fake shit back then. And I let it go.
Because he told me the same shit.
Yeah, you know, he's trying to play like Chad's my brother. I do this for Chad. No, supposedly he was wearing the paint for Chad. Yeah, he does this interview and says, I wear the paint as the middle finger to devil to say, fuck you, you stole from me, I'm stealing from you. You know what I mean? And everybody knows what it is. But it all stems from after the split. I was contemplating on whether to keep Wicked Wayz a solo act because Tape was a hype man. Tapeworm was a hype man. Like, I didn't bring him in to replace Chad. You know, he was a hype man. But before I contacted Tape, I was contemplating on allowing B-Scan to come into Wicked Wayz and making it a group again. And I approached him with this, and he was all about it. He was like, hell yeah, dog, fuck yeah, that'd be the shit, you know what I mean? So I was thinking about it, and then he started bullshitting on me with these shows and shit. And he wouldn't, like, I was booking him in Kansas City, and he wouldn't even make it to a Kansas City show when it's 3 hours down the road, and I'm paying for gas, I'm supplying your hotel room, I'm paying you to perform, I got you merch printed so you can put some money in your pocket to make it back home, even though I'm paying. And he couldn't even make it then. And then I approached him with the gathering shit. He couldn't make it. I said, bro, it's a big deal. You know, it's the gathering. You're talking 50,000 plus, you know, and he turned that down. He turned down a bunch of other shit. So I put him on the back burner as far as making him part of Wicked Wayz. So I kept it a solo act because, you know, the beef was new, and I wasn't trying to replace Chad because I didn't kick Chad out. I didn't tell him to leave. You know, he left on his own.
Yeah.
You know, he left on his own. He even told me, man, fuck Wicked Wayz. I'm doing Creepy Face. And I told him, I said, look, bro, you know, I put everything behind this shit, dog. Like, my money, my time, everything. I said, so if you leaving the group, I'm going to continue using the name. He said, man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do. I'm out. So I said, you know, so we left it at that. Then I started getting this, but I ain't going to, you know, it was a tragic situation, so I'm not going to speak on that. I mean, motherfuckers asked for a truce somewhat, so we're not going to speak on that. But as far as B-Scan, like I said, you know, he's butthurt, and it's not because I stole his music, because I didn't steal his music. Those were my verses. But he's butthurt because I didn't bring him a part of this. So he was like, if you're going to bullshit on me, and not make me Wicked Wayz like I want to be, then he's seen that I got locked up. And he's like, fuck it, I'm taking my chance. It's my chance, so I'm just going to steal Wicked Wayz shit. You know, you're not doing it out of love because you didn't even know this cat. Like, cat didn't like you. Y'all only kicked it like 2 or 3 times. Y'all kicked it once after the split. That was when he went to St. Louis. But aside from that, don't use my situation, my creation, and my image for your career. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't involve it. This was a family matter, and for cats to be speaking on something that they know nothing about, and that shit, you know, that shit's bogus, man. Because, I mean, if you want to get technical, the court documents are out there. They're online. Like, not from me, from the state of Kansas. They upload the appeals and the decisions and the court transcripts. It's out there. So if a motherfucker really want to get deep and they're that concerned with what's happening in my life, go read the paperwork, man. You know, it'll show you that we didn't want this to happen. You know, we were like, this is not something we wanted to happen. You know, shit happens in life, and you just got to deal with the hands that was dealt. But in no way was we gunning for Chad. You know, because at the end of the day, that was my niece and nephew's dad, and I'm not going to take that from them. And I didn't, because I was charged as the aiding and abettor. Like, you know, it's in the court documents. I didn't even do nothing. I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, and then some fake motherfuckers that was on the team that kind of led them my way. But again, if motherfuckers concerned with that, go read the paperwork. But I just want everybody to know, like, I didn't, catch her out there like, oh man, Devilboy killed Chad. And Devilboy didn't do nothing. Devilboy was driving the car and happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm doing 9 years for my cousin because I wouldn't snitch on my cousin. So I lost everything, which I'm going to get back. But everything got put on pause because I'm on some real shit, and I wouldn't flip on my cousin because that's not how I'm bred. That's not in my bloodline. You know what I mean? So I told him, my cousin Mike, he didn't even go to trial. He said 16 months and took a 20-year plea, which I tried to talk him out of because he was only looking at 27 years. So I tried to tell him, like, look, bro, don't take the 20-year plea. You get fucked. I got word to him. He took the plea, whatever. I had already been to trial once and got a mistrial. So I'm in county. He takes the plea. I'm still going to trial. Like, even though he admitted the whatnot, I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting for my life to get back to my family and my daughter. You know what I mean? So I still went to trial. And they went home, and the judge wouldn't let them go. So they come back guilty on the gun charge, and they went home on the murder. So I pled it out. They gave me 9 years. But I'm not no fake motherfucker. I'm not no snitch. Like, I'm not finna roll on my cousin when he wasn't, I feel he didn't do nothing wrong or wasn't in the wrong. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm doing time for my homeboy, and it don't get no realer than that. Straight up. Like, you can't call it, it's stupid to call a motherfucker fake and say he's on some bullshit. When he's, in life, I'm doing the realest shit you can do. I'm doing time for somebody else. Straight up. Like, and I'm not really going to speak on the case because, like I said, if motherfuckers want to know about it, then go read about it. You know what I mean? But don't take the word of a B-Scan or somebody that didn't even know us, one of B-Scan's fans, or somebody that don't know shit. Like, you're listening to one side of the story. There's two sides to every story, and who better to hear it from than the horse's mouth, the cat that's living the shit. Don't listen to the cat that's trying to live the shit. You see what I'm saying?
So, we got people that want to hear a song by you, but we're going to talk about that song before we cut over to it. I pulled over Weirdos. Want to tell us about this song, homie?
Yeah, man, that was the first track me and Tate did together. He approached me and was like, hey, man, I got this joint. I'm going to send it to you, because I was putting tape on shows through Rhyme Dot before we even clicked up, I was putting him on shows like I was with 400 other artists in Kansas City. I was showing him love. And he was going through a rough time in life, So I took him under my wing. I was like, yeah, man, I got you, bro. Send me the track. And we killed it. You know what I mean? Weirdos, like, that's what you want, man, but I'm okay if you call me a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, these motherfucking weirdos. Straight up.
So, Abel, Chaos, take another question. Before we go to the song.
So as far as, getting into, kind of getting away from, all the political shit and all the, logistics of things. Like I had said earlier, the question about the local talent, who would probably be the number one national artist, that you've worked with, whether it's, 100% worked with or just opened up for, whatever the case may be, who would be the number one national artist? I'd say top three, that you would say is best all around as far as, personality, as far as business ethics, things like that. Who would be like the top three in your book?
Man, I have to say one of them, man, is Young Bleed. Used to be with No Limit. He was signed with Strange Music for a while. We got a track out there that we had worked on right before I got locked up. It's called Boss Game. How they really want it. Young Bleed's humble, man. I brought him over. We rocked the show together. I had linked up with him through my homeboy Chauncey Clyde, CCA approved. Chauncey's actually on the track with us. You know, I went jockey him some tickets because he was doing a show of mine, and he brought up Bleed. I'm like, yeah, darling, that's one of my top 5. And he was like, shit, that's, you know, I'm his manager. So he had linked us together. And straight from the first phone call, man, we had hit it off. Like, it was one of those real recognized real type moments. So we had, you know, we got the show booked. We did the show. He come over to the crib the next day. We got in the booth, dropped this track. And, I mean, real talk, man, dude's one take. You know, one take. Like, there is no, cut me in here, cut that out, I'm going to redo that. Like, dude jumped in the booth, did his verse, one take, did his ad-libs, one take, did the hook, one take, and, you know, it was a wrap. So, you know, one of them, Young Bleed.
I remember we were planning that tour. I remember we were planning that tour, the Wicked Wayz 1031 and Young Bleed tour.
Yeah, Dilemma was also on that. It was the Legal Bleed tour 2012.
Yup.
Yeah, you know, so Young Bleed, man, and, you know, I got locked up 4 days, three days before the show, so I never actually did the show with Brother Lynch, but, you know, Lynch is one of my top. You know, I've been trying to work with him for like 3 years, and conflicting schedules never put us on the same path. So, you know, I was in talks with him and his manager. You know, he's out of Sacramento. I was doing a lot of shit in Sacramento. And every time I hit Sac, we was his homeboys were made sick of him, you know, Tall G and all that cats on. And, you know, so, and plus, you know, he, from what his manager said and shit, he was watching everything I was doing. And they finally hit me back and was like, you know, we coming to Kansas City for about a month. We got that was when they was recording the Coat Hanger Strangler CD, one of the trilogy. And he was like, we're going to be in Kansas City for a month, man. Let's go ahead and get this show, you know, locked in whenever you can. So we locked the show in. I think it would have been September 28th, 2012. And he had a few other dates, like 6 or 7 other dates. He was booking another tour, but he had already had like 6 dates locked in for like Minnesota and some other spots. So anyways, I had hit him up and was like, hey, man, you know, we got this show locked in. You know, you fuck with Dilemma. You know, y'all got that Welcome to My World track with Tech. I said, Dilemma was on the shows as well with Lynch, you know, and he knew I'd fuck with Dilemma strong. So I said, what's up with, you know, can Wicked Wayz get on the show? And let's rock this motherfucker. And he hit me back and he said, look, bro, it's like this. He said, anything that Brother Lynch's name is on, Wicked Wayz has a 20-minute direct opening spot. You know, so not only have I been trying to work with one of my favorite artists, somebody I looked up to as an artist, you know, he had showed me so much love because he seen the grind and he was just feeling what I was doing, that he had told me, you know, I can open for him anything, anytime, you know, he's doing something. So, I mean, that was love, man. But just so happened to be that, you know, I had got locked up 3 days before the show. The show got postponed. One of the other promoters picked it up, ended up doing it. So, you know, I'm still connected with him. I haven't talked to him since I was down.
I got a story for you about Dilemma. When I had him on for an interview. We have a question we normally ask, but I wasn't sure if it was appropriate to ask you because of where you are. We ask almost every artist we have on if they've earned their Red Wings eating a girl out on their period. Well, when I asked Dilemma, his manager hit me up and said I can't be asking him gang questions on the air. So I had Dilemma go ask his girlfriend what it meant. She was in the background laughing so loud she couldn't even tell him what it meant.
Yeah.
Dilemma had
that's
no
my
clue.
guy, man. Yeah, that's good shit, you know. Yeah, hey, fuck it. You know, sometimes shit happens. Sometimes you don't even earn your wing. It just happens. You're just giving them. You know what I mean? Somebody just, you know, sometimes the females just give them to you.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes you earn them. I mean, it is what it is.
He wouldn't even answer after. He's like, no comment. We'll be right back. We're going to play Weirdos by Wicked Wayz. Whoop, whoop. We are back on Underground Wicked Radio. So, Devilboy, is there anything on the interview we have not covered you want to cover?
And, you know, like I said, man, the only thing that I can stress is don't listen to the rumors, man. Don't believe the hype. You know, cats are hating, and majority of them are cats that was hating when I was out there because it's jealous one's envy, man. Like, I'm a businessman. I'm always going to stay business motivated, and I'm going to do what I do, man. And cats that ain't reaching out and meeting their goals are going to hate on the next man who is. So, you know, they was undercover haters. And now that I'm, you know, locked up and can't defend myself verbally or whatnot, you know, it's easy to talk, man. So like I said, just don't believe the hype. You know, if you want to find something out or you want to know something, man, contact me. You know, I can receive emails, 35 cents an email, man, jpay.com. Just look me up. 108-237, man. That's my prison number. That's what they know me by right now. So contact me, man. Like, if you got a question, ask me. Like, don't go out running your mouth, speaking on something you don't know nothing about. Don't believe this fucking faggot Louis. You know, dude don't know shit. And that really, man, that's all I'm hearing about is dude running his mouth. Everybody else really ain't saying shit, man, because I couldn't tell you why. Either way, man, like, this is the only dude that's keeping it going, man. It's like I said, it was a tragic situation, man. Let's sleep in the dog's body. You know, shit happened. Nobody wanted it to happen. And real talk, man, like, you know, they put my cousin on blast, and the KBI got on the stand and said they don't know where the book came from. They don't know who did it. You know, so they can't. The state of Kansas cannot even prove that it was my cousin's shot. There was 2 other guns involved. You know what I mean? And we wasn't out hunting. You know, we didn't want this to happen. It kind of got thrown in our lap. We was going to get merch. You know, we was going to get merch for the up-and-coming shows and to take it to my merch guy, and shit just happened. You know what I mean? But bottom line is, state of Kansas can't prove who did what. All they can prove is that my cousin shot back in self-defense. You know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't trying to speak on it, but it's got to be out there because he didn't just
shoot
like, fucking, I'm gonna do this today.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't even that way. And he's paying the price. He's doing 20 years of his life, man. He won't get out till 2029.
Damn.
He got locked up in 2012. You know what I mean? And I'm doing 9 years for him, which, you know, it is what it is, man. That's just on some real shit. Like, you know, I wasn't finna roll on it. And the state of Kansas didn't like that, so they was gunning for me because of who I was. You know, so.
DJ Ray,
again,
you got
man,
a question before
yes, I do.
Get off?
Yes,
Go for it.
Okay. You probably heard a lot of the new music today. By chance, what do you think and what is your opinion of the whole new mainstream music out there, no matter what type of music it is, and how do you feel about it and why?
Oh, man. I did 2 years in county. 2 years in county, and all you got is a little $60 radio. Same radio you get at dollar store, $3. So, I mean, it was all radio for me. And in Kansas City, it's 103 James. Brian B. Shining, he was putting it down for underground heat. But whether it be mainstream hip-hop, juggalo shit, hardcore shit, there's a lot of dope music out there, but it's like the vibe, especially with the mainstream hip-hop, it's bubblegum rap. It's bubblegum rappers out there copying the next man. They rapping like this, rapping, shit like that. Like Tech was doing that in the early 90s. That was 1994 shit. And it wasn't even just Tech. And paying homage is different, but you don't be creative, be original. For me, a lot of this new shit I'm hearing, I wouldn't even call it music. When you got a 8-bar hook and you're only saying 5 words, that's not originality and that's not talent and lyricism. You know what I mean? Be original. Take more than 20 minutes to come up with a song. You know what I mean? Songs don't happen in an hour, so a lot of this shit, to me, it's bammer. You know, it's knockoff bullshit. You know, this man's getting a little shine for what he's doing, so I'm going to try to cop his style, and I'm going to do it. And then next thing you know, you got 100 rappers that's getting love doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Like I said, with me, I ain't.
A couple more questions for you. Did you enjoy your interview on Underground Wicked Radio, and would you come back?
Oh, man, you already know. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Wicked Radio supports Underground Wicked Radio. You know what I mean? Underground Radio. We up in this piece, man.
Hell yeah, fam. I'm looking forward to it. 606 turned me on, man. That's my guy. That was my artist at one time. I support 606, man, anytime. So, you know, he's the one that turned me on to Djsnickerz. We actually did an interview months ago, maybe a year ago, and it got lost in translation. So that's why we back. You know, we back to speak on shit that needs to be spoke on. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, homie.
So anytime, bro. You know, I got a phone. I got emails. Like I said, I haven't lost all contact with the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in prison, man. Like, I'll be back out.
Now, Easy was telling me a possibility of 2 years of being out. Yeah,
well, hopefully sooner. You know, I'm still fighting the appeal. I got a good case. You know, Kansas, they originally charged me with first-degree murder, trying to say it was premeditated. But all the street witnesses, there was like 4 or 5 street witnesses, testimony from other cats. You know, the stories wasn't matching up. You know, when your main 2 witnesses are giving 6 different stories and they're in the same car together and their shit don't match up, you know, they was hanging on to any strings they had. So when they charged me, the state picked it up and charged me with felony murder, which is it's first degree, but it's a different. You know, it's something different than premeditated. So they charged me with felony murder. They charged me with criminal discharge of a firearm at an occupied vehicle when every witness said that they never even seen me with a gun because I didn't have a gun. I didn't even know my cousin had his gun on him, and he testified to that. You know, it's like, again, I was just driving a car in the wrong place at the wrong time. I didn't know shit was going to go down. I didn't know nothing was going to happen. So when they charged me, Kansas had passed a law like 3 months before, you know, like 2 months before I caught the case that says you can't claim self-defense on felony murder.
Oh, wow.
Because Kansas is a stand-your-ground self-defense state, just like Florida and a few other states. So they didn't pick it up as first-degree murder because they knew I could have beat it under self-defense. And so they charged me with felony murder under this new law that says you can't claim self-defense under felony murder. So that's how she robbed me of my defense, you know. So I still took them to trial. I still fought it. And that's it. In the end, that's why the jury went home, because it was like a 7-5 split. 7 of them was not guilty. 5 of them was trying to say I was guilty, which is bullshit. But they went home. So I had already been in county for almost 2 years, like 22 months. Man, motherfucker, I was tired. You know, I was exhausted, man. I'm stuck in an 8x12 cell. You know, I was locked down for almost 23 hours a day in the cell by myself with a radio and books. You know, I had read over probably 500 books in that 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Just getting my knowledge up, because that's all you got to do, and listen to radio all day. So they had come at me with the plea, and even though I felt I didn't do nothing, I wanted to give my family an out there. You know, like, damn, man, should I take it to trial a third time? Or should I take this plea and get even though it's years from now, get my family closure to know that one day I am getting out? You know, because the justice system, man, it's fucked up, bro.
Yes,
and
it is.
In my appeal, that's what we're arguing is this new law that they had hit me with. It's so wide open that you're making it a trouble-free prosecution for the state. You see what I'm saying? Like, by them passing this law and hitting you this way, their prosecution, you're robbing defendants of their only defense or their main defense, and you're making it a trouble-free prosecution for the state of Kansas. And they tried to get it off on me, man. I stood my ground. I told him I'm not fucking with him. You gonna have to fight me for this. This is my life, so you got to fight me for it. And in the end, I beat him out of a life sentence, which I didn't deserve. I don't deserve this 9 years, but I'm not gonna fucking cry over spilled milk. I'm already 5 years into it. So yeah, man, if I'm going to the Supreme Court and I'm fighting this new law to try to get it overturned and open up the door for them to make them rewrite the law so nobody else gets put in my place and gets fucked by the justice system in the state of Kansas. So, in Kansas, we got a Murdoch case that opened up the doors for a lot of people, and it got a lot of people out of prison because Supreme Court seen that the state of Kansas was fucking these guys. So it opened up the doors, and I'm trying to fight my shit and open up that door so nobody else has to go through what I went through.
That's messed up, man.
So,
in New York, you'd have been out already within a year. Because they still have the law.
I mean, I'm just waiting. It's been in the Supreme Court for 14 months, so they can do something tomorrow. It could be another 2 years. The bottom line is my out date, guaranteed out date. They got to open them gates and let me out in about 2.5 years. Worst case scenario. So your 2.5 years is worst case. Best case, I could be out next week. You know what I'm saying? But I can't speak on it because I don't know. I'm still waiting. You know what I mean? But I do know that I got a good case to open up the doors and not only overturn my shit, but overturn a lot of people who's wrongfully accused or who didn't deserve the sentence they got. And, it's bigger than me, man, because, I've been down 5 years in 4 different prisons, 2 different counties. So I've met a lot of people, man, that's good people, bro. Good people can just happen to fucking be at the wrong place at the wrong time or get their hands in something that they didn't, shouldn't have got their hands in and got fucked. Got a homeboy that's doing 27 years, man, for some, aiding in the bed in a meth lab. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't even doing nothing. It was his property in the state of Kansas, gave him 27 years for it.
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? This dude got 2 kids, man, 3 years old and 2 years old. So, wow, it's the justice system's fucked up, man. And I've been living it 5 years. I've seen a lot of good people get raw deals. So I'm trying to open up that door, man, and help a lot of people out because, like I said, it's bigger than me. But to answer your question, yeah, 2.5 years, I'm out. Worst case. I
can't wait to see it and get you on, man, to talk about it and get you out there back to grinding.
Yeah, man, I'm still in cohost with a lot of people. I still talk to all my connects, like the bridges are still built. We're still able to travel over them. So I got so many people, man. I'm talking, we got a lot of big shit in the works. A lot of people know that I was put in a fucked up situation, and they just want to extend a hand to help me get back on my feet and see me succeed because they know the businessman that I am and what I do for other people. You see what I'm saying? Real shit gets recognized in the end.
And that's the problem. B-Scan is sitting there saying all this shit about you. And every artist I've talked to that knows you personally, you've helped them out.
Yeah, man, and I help B-Scan out. It all boils down, like I said before, and I brought him the ticket of saying, hey, man, I might make you Wicked Wayz. He made his own bed, so I made him lay in it. He got big-headed. He wouldn't show up to shows. He wouldn't fulfill his obligations to the label. I was printing merch for him, but he felt I wasn't, I'm on tour. So I had my crew members and my employees, so to speak, doing the shit. And he felt it wasn't getting to him fast enough. But I also felt that, why do you need it? Because you're not doing shows in your own city. You're not showing up to the shows in my city. I told you I'd take you to the gathering. I would have offered to take him on the Boondocks tour with me. But, if you can't show up to a local show, then, I'm not going to put you on this tour and expect you to succeed in your career when you're not paying the dues or putting forth the effort to advance yourself. So why should I advance you if you're not advancing yourself? So it all boils down to he's jealous. Jealous one's envy. And he's mad. He's butthurt. He's got his panties in a bunch because I wouldn't make him Wicked Wayz. You know, he wanted to be Wicked Wayz so bad. Dude used to call me daily talking shit on Chad, talking about how it's fucked up, how he left, and he's dissing me, and he shouldn't be doing that. And then he turns around and runs to Chad and starts dissing me, doing the same shit to Chad that he was doing to me. So, you know, if you cut your grass short, then you're going to expose all the snakes in it. You know
we got a caller
so,
on the line that wants to ask you a question before you get off. Caller on the line, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been listening to the interview, and I just want to say, Wicked Wayz. I've been hearing you talk, and you stand your ground. I like that about people, and you stand your ground, and you speak the truth, and I want to appreciate that. I like listening to people that know how to stand their ground and not back down from anybody or anything. And I just want to thank you for letting me hear all this. I mean, it's wonderful that I can actually hear people be positive about things.
All right, man, that's love, bro. That's the shit I like to hear myself, man, because I've been down 5 years. I ain't been able to speak up and speak out. So when I get the chance, man, I'm just trying to, you know, a lot of cats slander my name. You know, and it's easy to do when you know a motherfucker can't react to your action. You know, there's reactions to every action. So when you know somebody can't defend themselves or react to what you're saying, it's easy to talk. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's why I support Juggalo News and Fago Lovers, you know what I'm saying, and Underground Wicked Radio, because they give you an outlet. Even though I'm in prison, they're providing the outlet for me to speak my mind and speak on shit the motherfuckers been doing for 5 years. Feel me? And that's love. I appreciate that to the fullest, because that's all I really want, man. I just want to try to somewhat clear my name and let the gang know that, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. I was going to go on tour, just come off 2 national tours with Mastermind Mars and Boondocks and Cousin Cletus, and I'm finna go back out with Brother Lynch. So why would I jeopardize everything I got going? I was 2 weeks out from co-headlining Strange Music, and we were supposed to go back and talk big deals on, you know, I'm not going to speak on it, but we had a lot of shit in the works with Strange Music. You know, I was doing shit with Cut Calhoun and them. And so why would I jeopardize all that for something stupid and go to prison? Like, that was not my mindset, and that's still not my mindset. I'm gonna look forward. I'm not worried about what happened and what's in the past and what's going on behind me, because my eyes are direct forward.
You know Dilemma. So did you know his manager, World?
Out of Lawrence.
I believe so. He passed away last year.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about that, man. But shit, rest in peace. You know,
I did an interview with him, World. I got it posted up on YouTube, dedicated to him.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm Dilemma's my guy. You know, that's all it boils down to. Is I was doing a lot of shit with Dilemma. I was putting him on every show I was doing. You know, because I grew up, I was listening to Dilemma since like 95. Man, maybe 97. You know, back when he was with D-Lo, which D-Lo, that's my guy. You know, D-Lo, the Guild guy. Like, back when they was in the group called the Hooligans. You know, that's back when Lee Joe was doing it, and Velvet Party and Veteran Click. You know what I mean? Like, cats from the city, my city, they know about these cats. These are the guys that was doing shit before the Tech. You know, they was homeboys with Tech, putting Tech on back when he was with Nut House and doing shit with QD3 and then, like.
Well, that's like nobody knows how Dilemma got his rap name. I asked him when I had him on for interview. Tech 9 came into the studio and said, we got a dilemma. We need a rap name for you. And it stuck. So Tech 9 gave Dilemma his rap name.
Yeah. And you know, Dilemma slept on. You know, Dilemma, when you're an artist to that caliber, you're what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you're slept on, you're a threat. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a threat to Tech, but I'm saying in the game generally, you're a threat. So a lot of people don't want to help you advance. You know, I don't care if dude's 1,000 times better than me. If I recognize talent and I got an outlet to help him push that talent, I'm going to do that. I don't care if you kill me on the track. I mean, that's what's up. You know, give me a feature then. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Bless me with a feature, but I'm going to help cats advance. And Dilemma's a beast, man. You know, D-Lo, his partner, you know, they was Lejo. Lejo's my guy. He's actually featured on the I'm a Monster track with Remy. You know, Remy doesn't mention it. You know, me, Remy, Lowe's, Lejo. But those three cats in late 90s, and even to this day, those are some of the fastest rapping cats in Kansas City and all around. Like, so raw talent, man. Dilemma's my guy. Shout out to Lejo, D-Lo. I think he's back in the city, but he was out there in Denver, you know, messing with Liquid Assassin and LSP and them cats. You know, shout out to Scum. I mean, I can go all day, man. Shout out to Mars, Bay Area, all my cats in Cali, Sick Mob, LA. I just want y'all to know, man, that, you know, I'm still promoting y'all shit, just as if I was in the streets. And I'm promoting it to cats to get out, and they're looking y'all up. And they hit me up saying, damn, dog, like, you know, you want some real shit. These motherfuckers is dope. You know, we still moving. We still pushing. You know, 1031, 606, ABK, Blaze, Boondocks, you know, Twisted. You know, I still fuck with all them cats, man. I might not have talked to them for a little bit, but I ain't going nowhere. And we still in the works on big shit. You know, they want to extend their hand to help me get back on my feet, man. And that's love, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah. You got another question, Rain?
No, but I would like to do my shout-outs really quick, if it's all right.
Go ahead.
I got a shout-out I want to give out. I hope y'all are listening. Michelle Ratowski, Stephanie Holmberg, Crazy K, Keith Hudson, and Melissa Clay Brooks. This shout-out is for you guys. I love y'all. Y'all my homies. Whoop, whoop.
So, Wicked Wayz, I don't want to get you in trouble, fam. You're like 20 minutes over. They're not saying nothing to you?
Yes. Nah, man, I'm you know, I'm in minimum. I'm up in Lansing, man. Like, you know, it's just, I'm a minimum custody, man. So, you know, I'm just trying to lay back, do my time, man. It's all good. I do want to say that sinistermindedmusic.com, that's the new site. That's the new brand. Check us out, man. I got my artist on there, Dismay. I am Dismay. Alan Phoenix, a.k.a. Fame. Dismay gets out September 6th next month. Fame's going to be hitting the streets, getting back on the grind in February of next year. So about, 5-6 months away. We got a lot of shit in the works, man. They're actually together now out in Wichita Work Release. So they're both. It just so happened to be that I had met Fame in Norton and signed him. He was a fan of mine. We clicked up, real recognized, I saw his talent, so I signed him. And that was probably like 2.5 years ago. And then I had got transferred to Lansing. And then earlier this year, I had linked up with my homeboy's brother, Taylor Made, out of Kansas City. He's doing a lot of shit. His brother had turned me on to Dismay. So I signed him. Well, he got shot to work. Fame just so happened to be out there. So they linked up, and they're working on a CD titled Reflections. Man, there's a lot of shit happening, bro. A lot of shit happening. And this year, next month, we're kicking it off. My manager's slowly releasing. When I got locked up, I had like 50 unreleased tracks. Features with Molly Gruesome.
Hell yeah.
Buckshot. I got a lot of shit. So we're slowly releasing Wicked Wayz material. But we're also going to be pushing our artists because not only am I an artist myself, I'm a business owner. So I got to.
Hey, I just hit up Dilemma. I tried to get him to call in. He said he's recording. He's got one word for you. Grr.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy, man. If you talk to him, man, tell him I'm going to have my manager touch down with him. Tell him I'm trying to get the show's already locked in. I don't know if he's going to be there October 6th at the Brother Lynch show at Aftershock and Mary. But tell him if he makes it, shoot him a text or whatever, and tell him if he makes it to look out for my artist, Dismay. I want to link them up, man, because they both choppers. You know what I mean? So, I want to put him on this Reflection CD with my guys. And see where we can go with it, you know, because we support Made Sick and Sickle Set, Brother Lynch Home, Strange Music. We support them all day. So it's all business in the end, man. But aside from the business, we homeboys, right? That's a real homeboy friend of mine. You know what I mean? That's not just a business associate. That's my guy, man. I'm proud to call him my friend.
The radio drop Dilemma did for me, it's freaking funny. He's like, I'm in the building with my nigga, Djsnickerz. He goes, grr, but he's not a nigga. Well, fuck that. It's funny shit.
Yeah. He'll tell you straight up like that. I'm the same. Like, man, I know he's a white boy, but that's my guy. Like, that's my, you know what I mean? And that's love, bro. You know, I represent for everybody. You know, there's CWBs up in here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stack. Shout out to Buckshot. We got me, Stack, and Buckshot. We got some shit in the works. I got some shit in the works, you know, with King Gordy.
Hell
I don't know. I was hearing rumors of Gordy fucking with Twisted and Magic Ninja. You know what I mean? I can't speak on it because I don't know much about it. But we got some shit in the works. You know, I had a track with him before I got locked up that's unreleased. So I'm you know, we working on that. Buckshot's jumping on this track I got with Haystack, you know, because I've done over hella shows with Stack. That's my guy. So, I mean, we got a lot of shit in the works, man. So just stay tuned. CentersForModerMusic.com. Check us out, man. Stay on the lookout for my new artist. And I'm going to be back, man. 2.5 years, man. Wicked Wayz. Till the end of the days. We up in this motherfucker, man. We ain't going nowhere. Djsnickerz Underground Wicked Radio, man. We in this bitch.
Hell yeah, woo woo. We're going to hop off here, fam.
Whoop, whoop.
We'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. interviewing Mr. Nice Guy. Woo woo.
But now you're gone.
You are my little toys and I love you. Yes, you know it's true. Because I met you. Yes, I met you. You are my girl. Yes.